So I guess you and I are just going to do this live.
Sounds good.
You ready to rock and roll?
Ready to rock and roll.
All right. For those who might be watching live, for those who might be watching later, as you see the little announcement at the bottom and the logo going on, Brandon and I are putting together River Records. Can't be more
Yeah.
excited to announce this because this has been behind the scenes for several months. Finally able to get it out there. So, Brandon, how are you? How are things? Let's do this.
I'm doing well. I'm bundled up. I'm sure you are as well. The weather has been bitter. But the great thing about the winter time is it's a time to kind of collect your senses and really, we've been discussing this for a little while. We've been building this for a little while. So I'm excited to be with you here today and announce what we've got going on with Electric River Records.
Like I said, I'm excited as heck. We got a website in building right now. It's not officially live. And as those can see down at the bottom, there's a scroll with where you can follow us on social media. We're on Facebook. Instagram, unfortunately, it's the Electric River Records, not the regular. Somebody else apparently took it. TikTok, River Records, and also Facebook. So you can check us out there. But we are going to be a little bit different in how we are handling things. So with our mission statement, which I'm going to pull up here in a second and just kind of discuss a little bit. The one thing that we are doing, we are an artist first music services collection, not a traditional label. So obviously Brandon and I put all this together. And if you want to talk a little bit about how we're going to kind of run this outside of a traditional label. You've worked with labels in the past, so let's do it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I bring to the table here is my experience dealing with record labels, with Crobot, and everything that we've done release-wise. And now we're working with Megaforce Records, and they're doing label services. So now we're, taking on a new experience, if you will, where we're basically, kind of building everything ourselves. We've got full creative control of everything, and Megaforce helps us put it out there, distribute it. And with all of these years of putting out releases with Crobot and being a collaborator on a great many records as well, it's been my experience that, I've seen what works, I've seen what doesn't work, and obviously, not everything works all the time. But what we've talked about is there's and this is something I say all the time, there's no middle class in rock and roll, and that's any genre of music. There's no middle class. So we're here to help in any way that we can in areas that we see are kind of broken in the industry, whether it's marketing, whether it's, how to push a record, and, your area of expertise with the magazine and the radio and your network and with tag publicity and how you're able to be a publicist on that side of things. I'm working from an artist perspective on having already done these things. So what I want to do is lend this experience to artists that are out there trying to do this on their own. And it's not theory at this point, right? It's field experience on my behalf, and we want to give the artist control. We want to give them transparency and a real partnership.
Yeah, and our whole thing is there's no long-term contracts, no ownership grabs, and you keep 100% of your master. So we do not take control of any of that, and it's you who chooses how to use Electric River Records. So that's kind of how we wanted to run this. And also we even discussed, and like you just said, with my aspect of what I know with tag publicity, we already have an ecosystem set up. So we have the Sound Fury magazine, we have Badass Radio Network, we have tag publicity, we have all these different outlets already built in where the artists can grow. And that is one thing you and I talked about. A lot of these artists basically don't know where to go from a certain aspect. And the A&R part of the building of a brand or of a band isn't really there as much anymore like it used to be. So that's kind of how we want to do things, is change it up a little bit and let you be you, but let us help as well. Right?
Yeah. And there's a great many areas that we're able to help out in, and that's that's kind of why this team made so much sense to me to team up with you, Evan, to do this. Is that you come from the press side of things and how you're able to really market and push everything out there and get it in front of the right eyes, right?
Mhm.
Where I come in is I've got a Rolodex, to use a data term, of and a great many resources. And also, Crobot, we self-produce, we record with our Grammy nominated engineer Alberto. So everything for us is in house, and we've kind of operated that way from the get-go, and we've learned all of these things that are now the many hats that we have to wear as artists, right?
Yeah.
It's not just go out there and make music anymore and perform it. You've got to produce, you've got to record yourselves, you've got to sometimes do your own music videos, which we have as well. So there's a great many resources that I'm able to lend to anybody who's interested in working with us. And also, truth be told, like this is kind of my selfish way of being able to continue to do this thing that I love to do, which is work on music and create and get creative and develop these ideas that can push the envelope. That honestly, traditional labels, they really don't think that way unless you're Taylor Swift and you've got a board of directors that are behind every creative decision. So, and artists give their masters away way too early.
Mhm.
Most deals are structured for label security, not for artist growth, which has
Mhm.
kind of been our experience. And marketing is outdated, disconnected from modern fan behavior. And, most artists don't fail because of talent, they just fail because of systems. And that's what you and I bring to the table. We've been through this. We've done things the wrong way. We still continue to do things the wrong way, but also we kind of know what works and what's worked for us. And honestly, usually the problem isn't the music. The problem is the machine around the music.
Yeah, and like we said, how we're gonna push things. We have the ecosystem set up. You have your skills, I have my skills, and some of the things that I'll be bringing to the table: visual branding and photography, artist relations and development, label strategy and creative direction. I mean, marketing, creative content development. This is all stuff that we both already do. So it kind of makes sense to help bring it to the forefront for other people as well. Also, brand partnerships, promotional efforts, direct design and imagery. I mean, again, this is AR, this A&R, this building of what you have already going on to make it profitable for you. And obviously, like what we're going to do, we're not taking anything. It's going to be a la carte. We have a price structure we have set up, and we're just going to run with it and see how things go. We're not going to be also pigeonholed into one genre. We're kind of open minded on how we're going to do this as well. So it's not just going to be all rock and metal. It might be pop, it might be country, it might be pop country, it might be hip hop. We just don't know as of yet. We're kind of just taking things in, taking in people that we see want to grow. So that's kind of how you and I have talked about this.
Yeah, and honestly, our angle is really a hybrid model, right?
Yeah.
We're coming at this kind of with label experience and label perspective, but also marketing agency, content studio. I'm
Mhm.
here at the studio, the Spaceborne Studios here in Pennsylvania. This is where we cut our records, where I cut our records vocally. We have those resources to, whether you're in Pennsylvania, whether you're in Texas, whether you're in LA, Nashville, Chicago,
I go
and that's
Cincinnati. There you go. I'm all over.
right. Right. And that's the other part of this partnership for us that makes a lot of sense too, is that our sprawl is pretty wide in the resources that we can provide. And we want to operate just not as a label, but kind of like a career operating system for artists.
Yeah, and both of us are basically lifers in the industry in different ways. With me doing what I've been doing since 1997, I just think I just dated myself there. But yeah, since like 97 as a photographer, then starting a media outlet, then getting this job as tag publicity, starting a magazine, starting podcast, starting a radio station. I mean, this isn't easy stuff to just go after. So it's kind of crazy. I have people already commenting. We got Adam from Everfelt. He messaged us. He's awesome band that I'm working with Tag Publicity. Nick Stevens said he's going to be shooting us over a demo. As you see, the email's down there on the little scroll. So if you want to shoot us an email or hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, we are currently there. I don't know where else to go with this. I kind of lost my track of mind looking at the comments. So
Yeah, no worries. I mean, and we'll give the services. We'll let everybody in on that. But really, it's our philosophy is streaming optimization, direct to fan sales, merch ecosystems, these
yep,
membership community models. There's ways to build things outside of Patreon, and things like that where you get to keep 100% of those profits instead of giving it away to some platform. We can also get down to the nitty gritty on touring.
yep,
With my experience and I'm the accountant as well, so I've developed a budget spreadsheet. I'm going to get super nerdy here that I'm really proud of that I can kind of get within probably usually $10 to $20 of our gas budget for a 10,000-mile tour. And this is all coming with experience and working with sync companies or just getting sync opportunities, licensing, content monetization. The future of music isn't just about streams, right? It's
yeah.
about having ownership and getting directly to your audience.
There you go. And that's what we have. Electric River Records. Find us all over the socials. It just popped up today. So you might be getting some new likes and follows all over the place. Sepsis, I want to thank you for jumping in on here and just saying hi to us. But yeah, I mean, hit us up, email us at electricriverrecords@gmail.com. You could DM Brandon, you could DM me, you could email me directly. But yeah, we have this whole ecosystem ready to go. We have a price structure ready to go too. I'm just slurring my words today. I don't know what the heck's going on. But I think it's just the excitement of finally being able to say this out loud and not holding shit in anymore. So, yeah. And I'll be at Happens Festival in Vegas in 2 weeks. So if anybody's out in Vegas, I'll be there. So come and check me out. I will say hi. I have a new business card that is going to be dropping around people. And it has all of my outlets that I'm working with on there. So, and a little QR code that you just hit up and got it all. Brandon, any last words before we head out?
No, I mean, just the industry's changing, and we've been a part of this whirlwind for a long time. We've seen things come and go, but I'm here to tell you, as an artist in that whirlwind, you can either build your own power or you can give it away. And Electric River Records here we're here for the ones that are ready to build.
Love it. Again, hit us up on the social media currently, or email us directly, electricriverrecords@gmail.com. Our website will be up very soon. It will be electricriverrecords.com, and you'll see all the rest of the information that you need from us right there. But we are building as we go. And Brandon, I know you got to get out of here, and I need to get lunch. So you guys enjoy. Thank you for chiming in today, and stick around because we got a lot coming.
Send us some demos. Let's hear some stuff.
Nick, send some demos. I mean, Adams, do that. Sepsis, feel free, hit us up. We will definitely talk at some point. So yeah, we'll get this over and we'll get this rolling. But check us out. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Brandon, you have a great afternoon, man.
You as well, Evan. Excited to do this.
Soon.